Dr. Nairi here again, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about forgiveness and what that has done for me on my personal journey, as well as what I have seen it do for so many others. So we've discussed before that illness in the body or health in the body is really ultimately the outcome of the things that we believe about ourselves. So our mental, emotional, spiritual belief systems ultimately create our physical being, and that can be physical wellness or physical unwellness. And that really depends on what we are choosing to think about and how we feel about ourselves, and then what we are creating in our lives every moment of every day. So one of the practices that I have really put into my life more over the last, I would say maybe 4 to 5 months, is the practice of forgiveness. And I know we talk a lot about, what that means, and sometimes it sounds so simple. What I would say is forgiveness for me has changed my life. I made a practice of not just thinking about who I wanted to forgive or the things that I wanted to see differently. I started journaling about it. So I would make time 3 to 4 mornings a week for about 20 to 30 minutes. And I would really sit and get into the things that were bothering me or taking up space. And the best way to know if something needs forgiveness is notice how you feel when you're thinking about someone or a specific experience. You'll start to feel an uneasiness in your body, or you'll notice that when you think about that particular person or event, you just don't feel good inside. Your stomach doesn't feel right. Your head doesn't feel right. You start maybe feeling a little bit angry or sad. That's usually a good indicator that it's something you want to clean up and spend some time with. So I started journaling about the people and the things that I wanted to forgive. And as I started to do that and really get specific, not just thinking it in my mind or maybe saying it out loud, but I really started to get specific about what was on my mind and what I wanted to let go of. And what I noticed is, in the beginning, I wasn't quite there and I wasn't completely ready to forgive some of it. But the more that I did it and put it into practice, I actually started to feel lighter, and I started to feel better about those people and those events. And what I also mostly started to appreciate was the fact that these things did not have a hold on me as they did before. And I could think about these people, I could think about these past experiences, and they actually weren't affecting my body. I wasn't feeling that angst anywhere in my body. And most of all, what it did is it really raised the bar for my self-worth and my self-esteem, which I was honestly surprised about, because I thought, well, they always say you can forgive, but you can't forget. And what does it all truly mean? What I started to notice is the more that I forgave, it really raised my standard for what I wanted around me and made me feel so differently about these people and the things that had happened, that I became very clear that I did not want to recreate those experiences, and I definitely did not want them around my space. And the last piece is, in the practice of forgiveness, I spent a lot of time on self-forgiveness and really forgiving me. And there were so many things that I can tell you I had no idea that I was being so hard on myself about, or having emotions about, whether it's guilt or shame or different things that were coming up for me. And I realized that I really needed to spend time forgiving myself and being okay with the fact that I'm also not perfect, and nor do I expect anyone else to be. And I was doing the best that I can just as they were. So my suggestion to you today, if you do not have some practice of forgiveness in your life, is to do this, whether you start with just one morning for 10 minutes, but spend time, write it, spend the time journaling about it, and really forgiving in the depth of your heart and in your words the things or the people that have affected you the most. And when you're done with your practice, close that book, close your eyes, and really breathe into your heart space and send love to yourself and to that experience, and let it go. So here's to having a great day and forgiving yourself as well as anyone else in your life and any experience.